name is Julia. Welcome to my channel. Chances are you're new here because so am I. I make videos about minimalism, my journey towards minimalism, sustainable and ethical brands. So if you like that and you want to follow me along, just hit the subscribe button. Today I'm going to be doing a video of 15 things I no longer buy. So if you like that, hit the like button, give me a thumbs up. So let's just get started. So on my minimalist journey, I have been trying to focus on being more ethical, more sustainable, and saving money. Number one is mouthwash. I've never been big on mouthwash. I don't think I've bought mouthwash in years, so I don't plan on buying any in the future. I never use it, so that's number one. Number two is body wash. I haven't purchased body wash in a long time. I've switched over to just using bar soap when I shower, and that works great for me, so I have no need to purchase body wash anymore. Number three is loofahs. I think they work really well with body wash, which, like I said, I don't buy anymore. I kind of don't see a purpose in buying loofahs anymore. I feel like they're a waste of money. You have to repurchase them all the time. They're not very sustainable. Loofahs just carry a lot of bacteria, which is kind of the main reason I stopped buying them and using them. And I feel like they just kind of get ratty really quick. So what I've switched over to doing is actually using this EcoTools dry brush. You just use it before you shower. It's like very exfoliating. I feel like it works so much better than a loofah at exfoliating.
And I just
all over, arms, legs. I love it. This was like $5 at Target, so it's definitely inexpensive, and it also pays for itself in the long run, because if you're buying a loofah like every month or so, it's just so wasteful. So I think maybe a year ago I've switched over to using this, and I think it's just so much better than a loofah, so I definitely recommend trying dry brushing. As you guys will see in this video, the big trend is kind of like bathroom care items. I feel like so much of this is just marketed to us and it's not necessary. And cutting back just kind of makes you realize like how unnecessary most of the stuff that is marketed to us is. Number four is going to be shampoo bottles. So another thing that I've switched over to is buying shampoo bars. I'll show you mine. This is what I use. This is my shampoo bar. This is my conditioner bar. I like the shampoo bar a lot better. I think it gets like really good like lather. So the brand is called Badger Balm. I just got it on Amazon. I think it was like $10. So there's really no price difference with buying bottled shampoo and bar shampoo. This is just a lot more sustainable. I don't see any difference like negatively. Like I think it works just as good as regular shampoo. Like I said, it lathers up really well. So I've been enjoying using this. It doesn't really have a scent for me, but you can get lots of other ones that are scented, so I just kind of went with a neutral one. Another thing with shampoo, I don't go through it very quickly since I've stopped using so much shampoo. I think like shampoo commercials kind of just like pour out a whole handful and then that's what we do, right? I don't use as much every time I do wash my hair, and I've stopped washing my hair every time I shower, so I really don't go through shampoo fast. So I'll see how long this bar lasts me, but I think it's gonna last just as long as a bottle of shampoo would. Number five is for all my ladies out there. I've cut out tampons. I've switched over to using a menstrual cup. I use the Lena cup or Lena cup. I think it was actually like $25 on Amazon, which is more than I remember paying for it, but it totally pays for itself in the long run. I mean, it's gonna save me probably like $1,000 over the course of my lifetime. So I've loved using that. It's more sustainable. There's like no waste basically at all involved in using a menstrual cup. And I've also started using period panties kind of in conjunction with my menstrual cup. So if you're like a tampon kind of girl, I totally recommend trying out a menstrual cup. If you're like a pad kind of girl, I would recommend doing like period panties. And I've really wanted to get the Thinx brand. So in the future, I'm probably gonna invest in like the Thinx ones. But for now, mine work well for me. I mean, they work just fine, so I probably won't replace those for a while. Definitely something to try out if you're trying to be more sustainable, save money, and it's just more convenient to not have to keep purchasing new things like every month, and you can just reuse the same one you have. It takes up a lot less space. It's worked out great for me. Okay, so number six is disposable razors. I think about 6 months ago, I switched over to using a safety razor that I got on Earth Hero. It was $50, so definitely an investment, but like all the other things on this are gonna save me money in the long run. So it takes up so much less space. I don't have to have like an entire stash of like disposable razors. I just have one. You just replace the blade whenever you need to. I would definitely look into it. Like I said, it's a little bit of an investment when you're getting started, but it pays for itself. Okay, number 7 is plastic toothbrushes. I've switched over to using bamboo toothbrushes. They work just as great as conventional plastic toothbrushes. The same price point, honestly, because you can get these like $1 a pop. And I keep them in this little bamboo case. I keep one in my work bag, I keep one at my house, and I keep one at my boyfriend's house. I've loved making the switch over to bamboo toothbrushes, and basically the whole point is that they're compostable. So I haven't started composting yet, but I am really looking forward to doing that soon because I don't want to throw the bamboo toothbrushes out when I'm done with them. I want to compost them. So yeah, number 7 is plastic toothbrushes. Number 8 is Q-tips. This is one other thing I've never really been big on, but Q-tips, yeah, I barely ever use that. I just clean my ears in the shower. I mean, Q-tips are kind of like wasteful when you think about it. And I feel like the reason I really stopped using Q-tips was because everybody always says it's bad for you, and it makes sense. Like, I can just imagine that it's not healthy for you. So I just don't use Q-tips anymore. I don't plan on like buying any in the future. Yeah, that was just another thing I really just don't buy anymore. Number 9 is coffee filters. So my sister's boyfriend actually got rid of his Keurig, so that's what I use now at home to make coffee. And I used to buy the plastic like K-cups, like the little pods you put in there, and it's so wasteful. It's so much more expensive. So what I did is I got reusable pods, and you just fill it up with coffee and rinse them out when you're done. I actually got a pack of 4, but in my other video that I did, the minimalism game, I decluttered 2 of those because I don't need 4. Check out that other video. I got rid of over 450 items in 30 days. I got rid of 2 of the coffee filters, and I just have 2 now, and that's all I need. Number 10 goes to makeup remover wipes. So I switched over to the Face Halo. It's like a little microfiber pad, and it works so well. You just get it wet, kind of squeeze it out, and your makeup comes right off. Like, it literally is like the commercials. It works so well. You just rinse it off with soap when you're done, and you can throw it in the laundry. It's so worth the money. I got them as like Christmas presents for people. It works so well. I don't know if I'm ever gonna buy makeup remover wipes ever again. Face Halo just saves me so much money from having to buy like a packet of makeup remover wipes like every month. It's reducing my waste. I definitely recommend trying out either Face Halo or just using like old rags and stuff to take off your makeup. I know a lot of people use like coconut oil and stuff like that, and you know, it'll save you money in the long run. So number 11 goes to excess like perfumes, body sprays, lotions. When I did my minimalism declutter, I noticed that so much of what I was getting rid of was just like lotions and stuff that I didn't even like the smell of. I'm trying to get down to like having one favorite perfume and one favorite lotion at a time. Oh my gosh, number 12 is fake nails. So when I started my job as a nurse, it was like my first time like really making money. And I started going to the nail salon, getting like gel nails, getting like acrylics. I don't even know which one I was getting. It was either the gel tips or acrylics. But I did that for about a year, and I was paying like $40 every 2 to 3 weeks, and it just stopped being like fun for me. Like, I liked the look of it. It was such a hassle for me, and I would always put off going to the nail salon because I didn't want to sit there for like an hour. Like, it was just a chore to me. I actually stopped doing that like right before like quarantine happened, which was so ideal. I just stopped doing that, and I stuck to like natural nails. It's so much more practical for me, especially at work. Like, it's really hard to even have anything longer than like my natural nails. So I just cut that out altogether. And I think me stopping like going to the nail salon, for me, that totally just embodies like my whole idea of like what minimalism means for me, because I didn't even get that much enjoyment out of it. It was costing me so much money and so much of like a headache that I just stopped doing it. And cutting that out, something that didn't even bring that much value to me, kind of make so much more like headspace, and like I can just focus on things that bring me so much more value. So I think that was a really big one for me, and I asked myself, like, why am I still paying for this? I don't even enjoy it that much. Like, I can just cut this out, just make my life so much more simple. So that's what I did. And yeah, my nails aren't as cute anymore, they're not as like Instagram worthy, but I don't really care. It's just what I feel more comfortable doing, so that's what I did. Number 13 is Netflix. So I actually cut out paying for Netflix when I discovered that Panera has like a coffee subscription, so it's kind of the same price. I thought, why am I gonna pay for both of these? I'm gonna get so much more use out of like a coffee subscription than my Netflix, because I really don't watch that much TV. So I stopped paying for Netflix, I wasn't really using it, and I switched over to something that I actually use. Number 14 is a really big one for me. It goes to single-use clothing items. So anytime I used to have like a big event coming up, I would go last minute shopping, like stressing out, trying to find something that I really knew I was only gonna wear for that one event, and then probably just go sell it on my Poshmark. That was really stressful for me, and I did that a lot this past Christmas. I probably bought like 4 dresses on Poshmark, and I didn't even like any of them, but I had to end up wearing one for this fancy event, and then I just sold it right after. I want to buy things that I know are going to last me for years, and I don't really care anymore about, you know, re-wearing outfits. Like, I just used to be so caught up in that, but it just brought me so much stress. It was such a waste of money. And I was buying like low quality items. Yeah, number 14 is like single-use clothing items. And the last one, number 15, goes to clothing that doesn't flatter me. This means either the style, the colors of clothes that I loved and I thought they were so pretty and beautiful, especially on other people. They just didn't work well for like my skin tone, so I just stopped buying things because I realized I was decluttering a lot of clothes, and it was hard for me to figure out. But once I figured out that the reason I didn't like the outfit was because of the color and not because of the style, it kind of changed my perspective. And now looking at my closet, I totally have a color palette. I stick to colors I like, stick to colors that work for me, and I stick to styles that I know make me comfortable and flatter my body. So 15 goes to clothing that doesn't flatter me. So as you can see with these 15 things, one of the biggest things for me was switching from single-use items to reusable items. And one of the biggest appeals to me doing that was that it takes up so much less space. I have all this extra space now, especially after decluttering, but it's so satisfying that I don't have to have like everything just like stored away. Like, I just have one of everything that I need, and it works so well for me, and it's such a good investment. It saves me money and less clutter, and is so much more sustainable. So I definitely recommend you guys try some of these swaps out. Let me know down in the comments if you guys have tried any of these. I'm actually wearing my Everlane jeans that I recently got. I did a video on them, check it out. It was the curvy cheeky jeans that Everlane just came out with. I've been wearing these like all quarantine. I'm obsessed with them. They're literally like my new favorites. I'm going to do an updated video on the one that I already did. I sized down, but check it out. If you would like to shop with Everlane, I have a code down below. It really helps me out if you shop that link. This video is not sponsored. I just love Everlane so much, and all of the products I talked about, nothing is sponsored. I just really recommend them. So if you like this video and it gave you a little bit of inspiration to be more sustainable, more minimal, give it a thumbs up down below and let me know that you liked it. It really helps out my little channel grow. Please subscribe down below if you guys want to see more content like this. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.